2, 3, 4.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Zach. I want to talk today about the history of the Dallas Cowboys and how they got their nickname, America's Team. And the Cowboys originally became a team in 1960. It started because the NFL wanted an expansion team to add to the league, and they wanted to bring it down to Texas because prior to the Cowboys becoming a team, there had been no team in the South except for the Redskins, which is kind of weird because they're in Washington, D.C. But their owner didn't want any team in the South because he wanted to monopolize it. And so he actually had, when they did the owners meeting to vote, he was originally against it. But later on he had a falling out with their band member, their lead band member, because they played with a live band at their games. Their band member ended up selling the rights to their fight song to the soon-to-be owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Clint Murchison Jr. And because he sold them to him, Clint Murchison Jr. took the rights to the song and in exchange for the owner's vote, sold him the song. And that's how they became a team with his vote. And during the 60s, they had a rough start. They had to win the season their first year. And then by about the mid-60s, they kind of even out there. They had about a 500 record. They won a little bit more. And then in the 70s, they went to 5 Super Bowls and they won 2. And then in 1989, they actually had a new owner take over, who is now the current owner, Jerry Jones, who bought the team for $140 million. And since then, one of his first things to do as the owner was to fire the legendary coach of Tom Landry, who had been with the team for 29 years till then. And then after firing him, he traded one of their most prominent players in Herschel Walker, who is well known in football. In exchange for that trade, he got multiple draft picks, which led to the drafting of Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin. And due to those draft picks, it helped them form a dynasty, which they went on to win 3 more Super Bowls during the 90s. And the nickname America's Team came about in 1978. The executive chief of editing for the NFL Films was going over the highlights for the following year to present out, and he wanted to give the Cowboys a little bit of because they're kind of new, they were still fairly new, and they're one of the most televised games, and he felt that their faces were as noticeable as the president or celebrities, so he wanted to just kind of give them a name that fit their image, and he gave them the America's Team. And that's what he named the film, the highlight film. And then the following year, their opening season, a CBS reporter introduced the Cowboys as America's Team. And from that point on, it stuck with them, and that's how they became known as America's Team. And that's it. Thank you.
All right.